It's Saturday, February 10th, 2024. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. A few things I want to talk about today. I printed out some articles. The first one from MarketWatch, the average tax refund is almost 29% lower this tax season, early IRS statistics show. And I find this troublesome because so many people are dependent on those tax returns. They rely on those tax refunds to pay down debt, to maybe purchase a vehicle, to invest in their business and what have you. And it's going to be on average right now 29% less than it was a year ago. Now, filing season started on the 29th. Last year it started on the 23rd. So they're saying that maybe it won't be as bad because of that, but we will see. But right now, the number is 29% lower this season. The tax refund is almost 29% lower than it was last season. So hopefully that number improves. But think about how many people, maybe even yourself, are dependent on that refund, and it's critical. And that refund is going to probably be a lot smaller this year than it was last year. And think about what you're getting when you pay your taxes. What are you getting in return for paying taxes? And I can tell you myself, having to pay a lot in taxes, I don't think I'm getting a whole lot. I just think about how much money is being wasted, how much tax revenue is being wasted. And I think all the time, what am I getting in return? You know, I think the average taxpayer, I think the average American should have some say-so and where their money is going, but we have absolutely no say-so. You know where it's going. It's going to other countries. It's going to support other people. It's going to support people who are coming here from other countries. That's where our money is going. Our money is going to building bombs. It's going to expand wars. It's going everywhere we don't want it to go. It's not going where it needs to go, like helping people in this country, helping small businesses, rebuilding infrastructure, rebuilding grids. That's where it should be going. It should be going into helping this country and not countries across the globe. But again, think about yourself. Whether you're paying $2,000 in taxes or $100,000 in taxes or $500,000 in taxes, think about where your money is going. Do you really think it's going where it needs to go? Is it really going to where it's helping this country? I'd say it is not. And it's really a tragedy when you look at how much money is wasted and where this money is actually going. It's really pathetic. It's disgusting. Here's one from The Hedge today. Garbage deals. Dealership puts customers in cars with $3,000 monthly payments. And no, these are not Ferraris. These are not Lamborghinis. These are American SUVs. Last year, the percentage of drivers with plus $1,000 monthly payments jumped to an all-time high of 17.1% in the second quarter of 2023. The average amount financed for a new vehicle is around $40,000. And think about the interest, the rate on that $40,000. It's literally at all-time high. So people are having to finance more, and they're having to pay more to finance those higher principals. If you hear anything, it's Nugget and Mimi and Kona playing around. So I apologize. Hopefully it's not too loud. Getting back to this article, there was a post on Twitter X, and it showed a couple people. The first one person purchased a 2023 Tahoe, and their payment was $2,550 on an 84-month term. You have got to be out of your mind. Here's another one that posted a 2023 Sierra 2500 Denali, $3,000 for 96 months. That is literally, by the time they pay this vehicle off, it's going to cost them nearly $300,000, and this vehicle will probably be worth 10 grand at the most. Think about that. This is ludicrous. This is a mental disorder right now where somebody would pay $3,000 a month for 96 months for a Denali. And they're actually online flexing this. I would be embarrassed this would be, I can't even explain this. I don't have the words to explain how dumb this is. But people are actually bragging, they're flexing online that they just bought a Denali and their payment's $3,000 a month. And you've got to think, the repo business must be licking their chops when they see people doing this. When they see these people with $1,000 plus payments, $3,000 payments. Think about that. 96 months now, people are financing vehicles. Think about what can happen, what can transpire over 96 months of your life. Do you think these people are going to be paying $3,000 for the next 96 months? I don't believe so. This will be another repo. The repo man is very, very busy, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another one today. People are falling behind on credit card bills and auto loans at an alarming rate. And while this is happening, their credit is being destroyed. Their credit scores are being destroyed. Credit card balances are 14.5% higher than they were this time last year. And the average rate is hovering near 23% and as high as 29+%. Now, we all know that the Super Bowl is this weekend, but it's not going to stop reality. It's not going to stop what's happening in the real world. It's not going to stop people with $3,000 a month Denali payments. It's not going to stop people from acquiring more credit card debt at 23%. More people are going to be in more financial distress. Consumers will be digging themselves deeper and deeper into debt. The Super Bowl is not going to stop any of this. Many people will watch the Super Bowl this weekend and take a break from reality. Nothing wrong with that. But they're probably going to go deeper into debt because they're going to have Super Bowl parties. They're going to buy souvenirs. Many people will go to the game. People are going, to Vegas to gamble. Think about the $23 billion that is going to be gambled this weekend, where 80% of this country is living paycheck to paycheck, but people will gamble $23 billion on this game. And think about how many people will go to Vegas. They will pay $500 or $1,000 a night for a hotel room. They'll go out to eat. They're going to drink. They're going to gamble. And much of this will be put on credit cards. 7.7% of car loan debt now is delinquent. That is a very, very big number. It's a concerning number. And yet we're being told that everything is fine. The economy is booming. The consumer is strong. It's the Super Bowl weekend. Nothing to worry about. I mean, more bread and circuses, ladies and gentlemen. Things, no matter how fun the weekend is, reality comes back Monday morning. And that's just a fact. People are paying higher prices and they're borrowing more with those rates going up. So they're paying more and they're going to have to pay for it with a higher interest rate. It is a ugly, ugly machine that is just eating people up. And many people who are completely broke at this point won't even face reality. In fact, they're doom spending. They're going to continue to spend because they're depressed. So they're going to go and spend thousands of dollars this weekend on a Super Bowl weekend because they're depressed, so they need to spend. They'll go out to dinner because they're depressed. They're going to go shopping because they're depressed, and they're going to get deeper and deeper into debt because they're depressed. And guess what? It's not going to fix their depression. They're going to be real depressed when those credit cards get shut off. They'll be real depressed when they get evicted from their homes or from their apartments, when their cars repossessed. That's when they're going to get really depressed. But people just cannot control their spending. People just cannot say no. And this is why they're going to get deeper and deeper into debt. And as they do, it's going to get much harder to get out of this debt. Credit scores will be destroyed. And it will happen at the worst possible time while America is in a depression. When people are going to need good credit, when people are going to have access to real money, cash, barterable items, these people are going to be wiped out. They'll be in the worst financial shape of their life at the worst possible time, a very critical time. Here's one from The Hedge. Credit card and auto delinquencies soar, especially age group 18 to 39. Half of these people right now are living at home. The other half have roommates. And when I look at this age group, 18 to 39, who is going to buy these homes? We have new home construction booming at this point. We're going to see a massive amount of new homes coming on the market in 2024 and 2025, while people 18 to 39 are going to be bankrupt. So who's going to buy these homes? We have a aging population here. And when people get older, what do? They sell their homes. They get a condo, they get an RV, they downsize, and they sell homes. Who is going to buy these homes when half of this group right now is living at home and their credit's being destroyed? Again, they tell us everything is good. And this group right here, 18 to 39, has so much debt. Think about how much college tuition debt and credit card debt these people have on top of auto loan debt, and they don't even own a house. They're never going to own anything. Many of these people will own nothing, and they're not going to be happy. They tell us you'll own nothing and you'll be happy, but no, you'll own nothing and you're going to be very, very depressed because you own nothing. Here's another one. Consumers borrowing screeches to a halt. Now this was interesting. Consumer credit inched up just $1.5 billion in December on a seasonally adjusted basis. Economists had expected 10 times as much growth in consumer debt. So why is this? I believe it's because a lot of people are maxed out. The credit cards are maxed out. And yes, the economists were probably right. People did want to spend 10 times as much, but they couldn't because the credit cards are now maxed out for millions of people, and they cannot get higher credit lines. Many people applying for credit cards now are being turned down. Many people trying to buy homes, getting a mortgage, they're being turned down. People trying to buy cars, they're being turned down because their credit's destroyed. And so I think we're going to see more people have their credit lines cut in half. But many people have already maxed out. They've hit a dead end, and now they cannot spend. They want to spend. They will spend if they can. But when those cards are maxed out, like millions of people right now, they cannot spend. And I think this is why we saw consumer credit way, way below expectations. And we'll see what happens, what the numbers are for January. But it'll be very, very interesting. But think about it. People do not have credit cards. They could not even put gasoline in their cars today. Think about how many people, it would be in the millions. Millions of people today would not even be able to put gas in their car if it was not for credit cards. This is how bad the economy, the real U.S. economy is right now, and it's going to get much worse. And we see what's happening in the Red Sea. We see, I think there was a refinery somewhere in the U.S. today or yesterday that had an explosion. We're going to see more pipeline issues in the Middle East, and you're going to see oil prices tick up. JP Morgan says oil prices will be $10 higher in May, and think about where that could be this summer. We're approaching, I think, about $76, $77 right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, we're not very far away from 100. It just takes one incident, one act to take place in the Middle East, and we're going to see oil at $100 a barrel without a doubt. And then how are they going to stop this inflation with what's happening in the Red Sea, the shipping delays, the cost to go around, cargo costs up, or container costs up 300%. Inflation is not going away, ladies and gentlemen. You know that better than any politician. You know that more than most economists because you go to the grocery store every week, you shop every week, and you know. Here's another one today. Frigidaire recalling nearly 400,000 refrigerators because plastic can break off into ice bucket. How in the world does this happen? You know, I was thinking today about just the quality of products today, from food to refrigerators to cars to trucks. I mean, the garbage that we are producing today that is being produced in Asia, being produced here in America, and I believe Frigidaire is manufactured in America. Correct me if I'm wrong. But think about how dangerous this is, and they're recalling 400,000 refrigerators. And think about the millions of cars that have been recalled since last year. It seems like every week it's another recall of thousands and thousands of cars. And we're paying more and we're getting less. The quality, and some of this stuff is extremely dangerous. How would you like to, you know, be drinking a cold drink and having plastic, not even realizing it? It's so dangerous. And the amount of cars that are being recalled and how dangerous this is, and just how faulty it is, it's unbelievable to just think what you're paying for a refrigerator, you're paying for a car, a truck, and how faulty and how poorly manufactured these things are. It really, really is. And it just seems like in the last couple of years, we've really seen quality of vehicles and appliances really go downhill. Not to say that they haven't been going downhill, but back in the day when I was younger, a refrigerator would last you 25, 30 years. I mean, I still can go into a house, an older house, and see a refrigerator, from the 1980s still working. Today, I don't know if a refrigerator will go past 7 years. And you need a technician to come out and fix it, and it's very expensive. And again, the quality of what we're buying today and the prices of what we're paying for vehicles and appliances, it's astronomical, but yet the quality has really, really suffered. I'm going to close with this last article from the New York Post. Brute apprehended by MTA bus driver after punching and pulling knife on him during bloody fight. I watched some of the video of this and looked at some of the pictures of this. It is, again, just another shocking reality of what is taking place today. And people are getting sick and tired of what is happening, the lawlessness on the streets of America. God bless this bus driver. And I looked up what the average pay, the average salary for an MTA bus driver in New York is. It's $46,000. And this dude put his life on the line. He's had enough. And he confronted this loser. And they got into a fight, and this loser pulled out a knife. It's not known if the driver got slashed or not. I don't think he did. Both individuals went to the hospital. I think they're both going to be okay. But this driver was just sick and tired. And, he put up a fight and apparently had some skills. And I cannot recommend enough that you get some defensive fighting skills. I know too many people who do not have these skills. They're prepared every which way, but they do not have combative fighting skills. And let me tell you, it's one of the most important things you could have right now. It says here, an irate man punched an MTA driver. This guy had to defend himself. Not looking for trouble, but he had to defend himself. During a fight on his bus in Lower Manhattan today, as I said, this guy pulled a weapon. At one point in the fight, the 58-year-old bus driver can be seen pulling out his attacker's hair extensions as they brawled. And the loser, the attacker, is literally screaming, "You're ripping my hair out." So he was very, very concerned about his hair. But this bus driver put up a heck of a fight. They did arrest the attacker. He's probably already out. Who knows? But, this is a problem because people are getting sick and tired of it. And if the law is not going to come in, if the police cannot get things under control, then it's going to be the citizen. It's going to be the average civilian who's just going to get sick and tired of this, who's just says enough's enough. And they're going to, unfortunately, have to take the law into their own hands. I guess if the system cannot fix this, then the average citizen is going to. And it's unfortunate because you're putting people in a situation that many are not trained for. And this is, again, why I recommend that you get defensive skills, that you're doing jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai, whatever it might be. But you cannot just be going out and not be having skills, ladies and gentlemen. There's no excuse. And I know too many people that, they have the gold, they have the silver, they have the security, but the thing they don't have is defensive hand-to-hand skills. They do not know how to defend themselves. They do not know how to fight, and they are putting themselves in jeopardy because think about this driver. Did he think that he would ever be in a situation like this? Maybe he did, but it looked like he had some skills. He definitely had some fight in him, and God bless him because he stood up. And maybe more people, if more people stood up, maybe less of this would happen. So, pray for this gentleman, this bus driver, $46,000 a year. And now he has to be a bus driver and the police at the same time. He's doing two jobs. So God bless this man. Say a prayer for him. I think he's going to be okay. This guy should get a bonus. He should get a trophy. He should get a parade in New York. These are the type of people who should be rewarded. And the other person should be in jail for a very, very long time. So I don't want to rant today. I'm just happy that everybody tuned in for a few minutes today. Please like, please share, and make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell notification down below. But make sure that you're working on your skill sets. And one of the best skills you could have right now today is knowing how to fight. Not to be offensive, but somebody hits you, you're not going to just be a victim. You're going to be able to defend yourself and maybe hold this guy down until eventually law enforcement gets there and does their job. But he did a great job, this bus driver. But keep putting away the food, the water, the training, all of it, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing crime absolutely explode. We're seeing so much happening socially, a social breakdown in this country, a financial breakdown. We're watching a job crisis take place now as we are seeing layoffs at a record pace, and it's going to get much, much worse. So stay close to God, be working out, be working on your combative skills, be working on all of your preps. God bless every one of you. As always, I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you very, very soon. And please leave a comment down below. God bless. Talk to you later.